stop for a second and truly think about this question because it might change the course of your next coming weeks. Looking at this past week, how did you spend your free time? How much time did you spend with your family? How much time did you spend with God? And how much time did you spend just working on your body? How much time did you work on taking care of yourself? How much time did you work on with intention, purpose, and genuine joy? And when I say joy, I'm not talking about just dopamine. I'm not talking about immediate gratification. I'm talking about stuff that is beyond any of that. Stuff that is going to shape the person you're meant to be. Even if you don't know who that is yet, I want you to make a correlation between the way you feel when you don't take care of yourself and pursue things that you want to pursue, like goals you have, ambitions, things you want to achieve, and then contrast that with the way that you feel when you do work towards those things. And if you're at a point where you don't understand the contrast between those two things, then you're in the right place because you haven't practiced it enough. You simply just haven't took the time to get yourself into that spot enough. And that's what it's all about. It's about showing up over and over and over again to lose those pounds that you want to lose, to gain more energy so you could spend more time with your kids without running out of breath, or be around more for your spouse, to build more strength, to move the way you want to move and you should be able to move at your age, regardless of what it is. Because age is just a number if you take care of your body. Your health is the thing that determines all of these things. Spending time with your family, just being a better man, being a better parent, being a better person for everyone around you in your life. And that's what this video is truly about. And I know the kind of person you are. You're the kind of person who works hard everywhere else in their life, but just cannot seem to figure out your health goals. You have what it takes. You are disciplined. You have the focus. You have the drive. But in order to be that way, something's got to give. You put your health on the back burner. It's not that you put it last. It's just that everything else in your life has you so consumed that it just naturally just keeps getting pushed. And I know this because I've lived it. I've lived it before, and I'm a trainer. I've been in the health industry since 2015, but I understand how busy life gets. So if it's hard for me sometimes to get focused on my health goals, I can only imagine how hard it is for you. So over the years, I've realized that in order to get anywhere towards my goals or anywhere towards the person I want to be in my life, I need to give up the old version of me. Oftentimes, we think about things we have to add and do more of to get to where we want to be, but the majority of the time, it's stuff you have to give up. It's stuff you have to drop and replace with things that are going to help you better be aligned with where you want to be. So I'm going to go over 3 points to help you figure out that for you. And they go over how you use your free time could genuinely be costing you. And stick around for the third one because it's what's helped me the most over the years. First point, I want you to answer the question I posed in the beginning of the video. And what is the thing that is taking most of your free time right now? What do you do when you're by yourself and you find yourself with a few minutes or an hour to kill? Or even if you wake up earlier before your family does, or if you're up later than the rest of your family is, stuff that you're by yourself where you have a block of time and you spend it doing something else, like scrolling your phone, doing stuff that doesn't better you as a person. Growing up, I loved video games, all kinds, you name it, all genres. I loved the fighting games, I loved the adventure games, the first person, the third person, you name it. I played them all. And something that I've thought about the more older I got is video games are exciting because they take you on an adventure. They take you in a different world. It's an escape. So how cool would it be if I just trained my body, or I gave my own body the attention I gave this character in this game? Like, I used to play the RPGs too, which you level up your character, you customize your character, you give your character different outfits and perks and upgrades. I realized the older I got that none of that really even means anything. It's what I do in my own life to my own body that's gonna matter the most, because our body is our temple, as the Bible says, and it's got to come to a point where all that focus that I had on the game needed to be on something I know to be the truth, and that's my own body and my own physical being. So through my teens and 20s and now 30s, I've substituted video games with time to work out, time to run, time to meditate, time to be at peace with myself, time to spend with my family, time to listen to a podcast, time to work on my videos. Time is the most valuable resource we have on this planet. More valuable than money, more valuable than anything else, because it's finite. Nobody wins against time. We're all going to die one day. And we all have to make every second count. I don't want you to get this twisted either, because I'm not saying that rest isn't okay. Of course, rest is important. But I'd rather spend my rest time even consuming content and media and material, books that are going to help me grow further, rather than just mindless stuff that's going to numb the pain, that's going to keep me stuck, that's going to be so fixated on things that don't matter to me anymore. So if you have a long day of work, you're exhausted at the end of the night, and you find yourself scrolling, I'd encourage you to think twice about what you're scrolling. Think about what it is that you want to become. Think about what you want to do with your life. Think far out, because life is long. I know you hear this all the time, life is short, and even probably from what I just said, right? Time is so finite. But when I say life is long, I mean that you should think in the long term. So many people think in the short term, instant gratification. I want you to think delayed gratification. I want you to truly see yourself in your dream body, in your dream life, living the way you want. Because not only is it possible, it's so attainable based on the time you have in the day. And I know you may think that's not much. You have a lot more time in your day than you think you do. And now that I'm a content creator and an entrepreneur, I'm truly starting to see how much time there is in the day. And I still find myself making excuses a lot of times as to why things don't get done as I want them to get done. But the idea is, if you live a busy life, if you work long hours, if you have a family life, and you still find your health at the back burner, there's ways to get it towards the front. There's ways to put your focus on what really matters. And that starts at one habit at a time. Luke chapter 9, chapter 23. And he said to them all, "If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." In other words, stop trading your comfort for your calling. Deny yourself starts with the small stuff. So in this case, it's literally what you do with your open hour, with those small gaps of time littered throughout your day. Just think about this. What would happen to your energy and your sleep if you traded it, your scrolling and the other stuff that you do, for movement instead, for a walk instead of sitting in a car, for example? Like, I was a FedEx driver for a number of years. I was a delivery driver of WB Mason. Instead of just having my break, right, and sitting in the truck eating my lunch, for example. This is just an example because obviously as a delivery driver I get steps all day. But if you're somebody who sits all day long and you eat your lunch at your desk and you barely get any movement, instead of just sitting, getting up, doing a couple laps around the office, doing a lap around the parking lot, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, parking further away. These are all little things that barely take any extra time at all, and they make a huge difference. These are small little habits. In itself may not seem like much, but they add up over time. It's really weird because people think that if you move more and have higher activity, you're going to have lower energy as a result. It's actually the opposite. Lower activity gives you less energy. Higher activity gives you more energy. It's kind of ironic in a way, but it's true. Now, fixing your free time is the easy part, believe it or not. Family time and energy is where it gets a little harder. So you work like a dog. You wake up super early. You have to be into work. You're there all day. You're working overtime. You got to stay late, whatever it may be. And then you come home at the end of the day, or even at the end of the week for some careers, right? And you just have to pick up and catch up where you left off, whether that be the house chores, whether that be picking up a mess from the kids. All the while, you don't even get a second to just get into the door and just make that transition. I like to call it the transition from work to home. It's a real thing. I remember it well when I worked crazy hours. You would work all day, you'd have to get in the door and put your bag down and put your stuff away, but half the time that couldn't even happen because you were expected to do so many things in the house. You were expected to help right away with dinner, or pick up a mess that one of the kids is making currently. Whatever it may be, you cannot have a second to get acclimated. Get in the door, put your stuff away, and just breathe on the couch for a second and realize that you're not at work. Because it is go, 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 especially if you have a longer commute or whatever. Actually, if you have a longer commute, it might be better for you because you get a second to pause. But the idea is, it's not easy coming home to chaos after working a chaotic day. So basically, no wonder why your health is on the back burner, because your family and your health can sometimes get the back burner after working crazy hours and just thinking about the next step of your day and just getting home alive and figuring out how to get to the finish line of your bed. I know this, by the way, because I've lived it. I've had so many jobs that felt like just a grind, slave labor, to be honest. And I got married young at 23, so I've got quite a bit of experience in this department. Overtime aside, a 9 to 5 will take your best hours of the day and throw them out the window. Multiple studies show that people are most productive at like 3 hours of the morning time. I don't know it off the top of my head, but look it up for yourself. Before your family and any gym sessions could even happen, your best hours of the day are already long gone. Unless, of course, you do your workouts in the morning, but that solves the workout problem and not the family problem. Think of it this way. If somebody looked at your calendar, what would they see? Would they just see work and nothing else? Because that's how mine used to look. Or would they see everything else filled in? Because I guarantee the person with the filled in calendar is going to have more fulfilling day-to-days. So now you know about the free time with yourself and your family and your priorities, but it's not enough to just know about it. You got to take action. So here's the most important shift that's really going to get your time, energy, and sleep back that I've practiced for a long time now. And when I say a long time, I mean approximately almost a year, I would say. It's not a diet. It's not a new schedule. It's this. Give yourself up. Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. Put on, therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long-suffering. In other words, trust that there's a way. And hang in with me, because I'm going to talk about 3 actionable steps after this that you can take after this video and start seeing progress right away. Instead of having this victim mentality and that the world was against me and that there was never any time in the day for me to get what I wanted to get done, regardless of how busy my schedule got, you have to think about a couple things. That one, it's temporary. Nothing's permanent. Nothing lasts forever. My schedules of 60 plus hours a week that I worked, they didn't last forever. I think at most I did that for maybe 2 years' time, which is longer than I wanted it to be. It just goes to show that, like, you got to be willing to adapt. That's something that really, really helped me. Is if you have like the pathetic goal that I did, to just make it, which, what does that even mean, right? I had that goal to just make ends meet through my 20s and just figure out how I'm going to, well, first of all, get my home and keep it and pay all the bills, right? I think maybe that's, hopefully that's a common goal of people in their 20s, right? But that was my main thing, is I wanted to just maintain and make it. I never did get to that arbitrary number. I never did get to those goals that I placed for myself because, well, for a couple of reasons. A, I never properly communicated with my wife, and B, I didn't account for life's constant changes, because life constantly changes, and that is the main point I'm trying to make here, is don't ever get fixated in one certain way. And that's why I want to encourage you even more, is as crazy as your schedule might be, there is a way. There is time. There's always ways to add movement into your day or to eat better, and it doesn't require a bigger budget. It doesn't require more time to prep. There's ways to do it. You just got to be educated on how to do it, and you got to take action. Knowing is the easy part. There's knowledge all over the place. You could watch so many more videos, probably much better than this one online, but it's all going to mean nothing if you don't take those action steps. So I'll get into those. The first one is to answer that question honestly. How are you spending your free time? Just audit yourself. Take a good hard look in the mirror and think about it. Like, is this way working for you? Are you happy with the person you see looking back at you? Are you happy with the person that you feel in the morning? Do you feel rested? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel like you're trapped in your body, or do you feel like you own it? Do you feel peace? Also, how did you spend time with your family? Do you have loved ones? Even if you may or may not have a family, did you spend time with people you cared about, people who care about you? It's important. We're social creatures at the end of the day, and this is something for me that is hard because I don't particularly enjoy being around people that much. I'm kind of introverted, but if it's the right person, it's worth it. The second thing you want to do is call out the things that you're doing that may or may not be in your calendar that are filling in your time with emptiness, with stuff that's not getting you to where you want to be. Is scrolling endlessly before bed helping you? As soon as you get up in the morning, helping you? And I'm still working on the morning one too. I waste a lot of time sometimes when my alarm goes off and I'm just scrolling on my phone for like sometimes an hour. Then I realize like, oh, I don't have time to work out anymore. So it's frustrating. So I get you. I'm with you. And the third step is, of course, to take one small step and change these this week. Fill in your calendar with something that's going to help you. Get a walk in, or cut scrolling back a little bit. Or even, you know what? I'll go back to the example for me. What's helped me prevent scrolling as soon as I wake up is putting my phone across the room, and I lay my clothes out the night before to go to the gym or go on my runs, or in your case, if you want to go for a walk, just put your clothes like right on top of your phone. I'm not kidding. Just, they're right there, and put them on as soon as possible, because the sooner you put on your clothes, the less excuses you have. That's actually helped me a handful of times. I get up right away. I put my clothes on without even thinking about it. My eyes are like, I didn't even do my morning pee yet. And by the time I go to the bathroom and brush my teeth, and then I get back to where my bed is, I just get up because I'm in the clothes already. It's a game changer. So if you guys got any sort of value from this video, please leave a like. It's going to help show it to more people who might need it. And leave a comment down below. I'm curious on the thing that you do that holds you back the most. I really feel like I've been pushed to the edge a few times throughout my adult life, in my marriage too. And this video will show you how I got through that.